$5 says Yuri wants to spend the day. Oh, I bet. And then we'll have to decide between Sayori and Yuri. Are we really gonna have to make that choice? I wanted to make it for us. I don't want to do it.
I want to make it for us.
As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Aww,
I'm in
she's
a turtleneck.
different outfit. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
You're a little early. I'm
I'm
sorry
sorry-
I wasn't home
oh.
yet.
That was you.
Oh. Were you waiting a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Wow. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
I bet you I didn't. Oh, okay.
I bet you
yeah,
I
pretty much.
Nah.
I was half expecting me to be like, shit, that's what I was... Anyway. At least, I hope I got everything right.
I'm sure it will be fine.
I take Yuri to my room.
Exactly.
The first thing... The
Exactly.
first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
It's so clean.
I cleaned it before you came over, so...
That's very considerate of you to do.
No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
That would have been more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. That's where I hid all the porn. She
Yeah,
puts
really.
both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started?
Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements?
You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course.
If she's gonna do atmosphere, she's gonna do it all the way.
I want to help take our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles, a wooden cylinder and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that would be really neat. What's with the wooden thing, though?
Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all. Well, that's not me.
Is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole at the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for?
This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and help you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them.
Oh yeah? What will these be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Kit Kat. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it.
That's what she uses to cut herself.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
just
blade
have a
itself.
feeling.
Yep. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well...
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
You're gonna think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? God, poor my character getting so much, like, knowledge info on depression and self that in one day.
Yeah,
I'm getting hit with the hard shit in one day.
if you promise you won't be weirded out.
Yeah, I promise.
Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me?
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
It's her babu. Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me.
You're like, oh, you licked this!
I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, why? I feel the point of the knife with my index finger.
And immediately start bleeding. Because it's
Right?
a knife. Why would you do that?
And then we find out she's a vampire, and then this gets even weirder.
Oh my gosh, wow. Plot twist. Kit Kat, why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. By the way, since you're bleeding everywhere, I'll tell you now. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger.
And she licks it.
Yeah. Yuri takes my hand and gives the... She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now.
Oh! Oh god,
Called
that's
it!
disgusting. Oh,
Without
no.
warning, you don't know what kind of blood, like if I have some sort of
You
blood
have
disease or
a
anything
disease
like that.
now.
Bad ideas are bad.
Don't
without
do this,
consent.
ever.
Without consent or talking.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Oh, dear God. Oh.
Without warning, Yuri
She's
puts
not like
my-
me anymore. Ah!
Yuri-
It's getting worse.
Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull back my hand.
Oh. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up.
What do you even say? Like, what do you even say to that? If someone just like licked my blood, I'd be like, what in the hell are you?
Vampire. I would just
Seriously.
assume vampire. Like, that would be my instinct. It's just like, how old are you?
I would just like grab a broom, snap it, and just stake that mofo.
Okay. Yuri.
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
I believe that.
How could I do something like that? I'm sorry.
Sure, it was a little weird.
It was a little weird. Boy!
And it took...
Boy!
And it,
Let me tell you about disease! That's nasty!
yeah, you gotta talk about that, guys. Anyway. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway.
Were you
I
gonna
take
cut
Yuri's
her?
hand, and I lick her index finger in return.
Kit Kat. Did you really just do that?
Now we're even.
No. Not true.
The blood is inside me now. It belongs
Oh! God.
to me. You're right. That's a stupid thing to do. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong.
I'm uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was gonna be like that.
Yeah. I knew that it would be a bad idea. What? We didn't know that it was gonna be vampires.
I mean, if she is a vampire, then I'd be like not as grossed out because like, okay, you need sustenance. Like, I get it. But like, if you're just a human that's like licking people and cutting people and licking people's blood, like I can't.
I'm not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine. If not, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Kit Kat.
I'm weird?
Yeah.
Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri called me weird? I have no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding, because she licked it.
Yeah, really. I see.
Blood's her kink. Yeah, apparently.
That's relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. Notice how she wears nothing but long sleeves. Just pointing that out.
What, I know, but was she earlier too?
I
When she
think
was
the
in her other
school
outfit?
uniform is long sleeve.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
They wear skirts and long sleeves.
I did notice that though, that her turtleneck was
That
long
her
sleeve.
yeah. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Gotcha. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Aw, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really.
Pinterest.
Let me just pin all the things about blood.
Blood and candles and incense.
Are you ready to move on to the next task?
She's a witch! Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so she's a vampire witch? Is that what we're going with now?
I mean, that could be too. What do you have in mind?
I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets.
Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kind of watercolored paint tablet.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be diluted.
Noted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. What are you doing while I'm gone? In my bedroom?
Yeah, really.
You're gonna be bleeding on your white sweater. Anyway.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's just looking.
Maybe she's just licking it. Like a cat.
Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Pretty much.
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups.
So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Ah, neat. What are you gonna do? What are you going to write?
Well, it will be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so that we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Are you gonna lick paint?
Maybe she's like she's like Marceline the Vampire Queen and she just likes the color red.
That's possible.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Aww. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Vampire. Sorry.
That's Cat's theory.
I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand.
What if that's... Hold on. What if that's actually the thing, is that they're actually, like, all monsters of some sort? Like...
That would be interesting.
Right? Like, if we just think that it's gonna be, like, anxiety and depression, and then it turns out that they're, like, all some kind of creature.
I feel like that's not where they're going with it, but I now
like,
wish
imagine,
that they did.
Right? Imagine. What could have been.
That would have been the thing. I know, what could have been. It's not anymore. Now it's just hashtag deep.
It is.
But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait.
Eh?
Just for a little longer. Feels really nice.
I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out.
It's fine.
Yeah, she's spacing out and lightheaded because of the blood loss, probably.
Yep. Exactly that. She's hypnotizing him so she can bite him.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's really what's
That's
happening.
exactly what's happening. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But the movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it! I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true, but won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here.
Phew.
You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. I'm sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything?
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with her friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Or is it?
Or is it?
Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
Just your blood. I will.
Just your body.
Just your body! Well then.
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait.
About the blood thing, that was fucked up.
Yeah, wait. Hold on just a second. I kind of say without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful, Kit Kat.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand.
Yeah, trying to squeeze out more blood.
She's close.
I kind of like that about you.
Well,
Well,
how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even have a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back.
Sayori.
Eh?
Oh, snap.
Shit.
Hi, Kit Kat.
This is awkward.
Yeah, really.
Sayori! Just now we weren't... Why do you have to make an excuse?
It's okay, Kit Kat. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course.
Sayori beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Oh, well. I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Well, let me tell you something. She drank
She
my
kinda
blood.
licked my blood.
It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. I feel like she's trying to, like, take care of you and make sure that you are okay and have other friends before she, like,
That's exactly
does
what I was
something.
afraid.
Like, that's kind of what
That's exactly what I was thinking before she had hugged back and all that jazz, but
yeah. Worried about
Tears
you.
right. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Kit Kat? I was supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Kit Kat. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monika was right. I should just... Oh,
Monika?
bitch.
Oh,
bitch.
Monika said some shit. Monika? Monika was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Kit Kat. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Kit Kat, I like you so much that I want to die.
Jesus.
That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. What? This is a shit decision.
this is shit. You can't lie to someone and say that you're romantically in love with them
Right.
when you're not, because that's going to cause future problems.
Right. And she's clearly trying to admit that she... And I wish we could acknowledge that, but be like, it's okay that we don't feel the same.
Yeah.
But I still think of you as my dearest friend. It's just, you know, I don't want to bang you. I'm sorry. But I want to still have you as the best friend for forever. Like, can't that be...
I know, I feel like it wants you to say, I love you, so that she doesn't do something. But at the same time, it's like, that's not...
Right. Do you want a friend zone?
Well, I don't think that telling someone that you love them and then later having to be like, actually...
But by the way, I like Yuri.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't telling you the truth that one time. I just felt really guilty, you know? That's not...
Right.
That's not good
And then
either.
Yuri would be like, what the hell? I thought we were...
Exactly, and then Yuri might go drink someone else's blood, and do we want that?
Because, like, I mean, when I say I love you to friends,
Yeah,
but, like,
but I don't feel like that's
we-
what this means.
yeah, and that's totally not what this is saying.
There's no way this is gonna end up
It's
bad,
gonna end
right?
bad no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless you romance Sayori from the beginning, it's gonna end up bad no matter. I feel like.
I still think that even if we did that, something would
That's
happen
true.
because Monika is apparently going around like
Yeah.
being-
Monica's manipulating the situation.
seriously.
So, what do you want to say?
Oh my god, I feel like we should friend zone her. I feel like we have to be honest. Cause like
Yeah.
lying to her now isn't gonna do her any favors either.
I agree.
Like, I mean, I hate that because I feel like the game is gonna go that way,
Yeah.
which is not a good message. But like, that's what I feel like we should do.
Something about this is making me vaguely angry, and I think it's the fact that this is like for me. The reason why I could be slightly annoyed, which is what you just said, is that it could be sending the wrong messages if it's not being smart about how it's going about this.
Right.
Which I've played a game like that, but that one was blatantly fucking wrong. This might be just
Maybe it'll be
it's their personal
okay,
choice.
but I doubt it.
So friend zone?
Yeah, I think we should.
She'll always be
She's
my-
gotta know. Because
Yeah.
if it's not now, then it'll come out later anyway.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a shit thing no matter,
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
So,
But so you'll always be my dearest friend?
all right, let's do it.
Let's do it. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monika told me the truth.
Yeah.
She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. Don't say I can't speak for her. What? Anyway, I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were.
I see.
Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression.
Is this what it feels like? To get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this.
That was not. Sayori.
It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here.
Why does friend zone have to be a not happy place? Why?
Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. You're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Kit Kat.
Before the club.
I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So,
Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees.
dear God.
I was expecting jump scare scream.
No.
Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can.
Maybe I should have.
I'm so shook. I'm so shocked.
I'm so shocked. I'm sure that's fine.
I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. I'm shook.
Fucking shook, bro. Look at all you guys being healthy in the chat.
Why?
Well, because they're talking about how friend
can't read
zone
fast
isn't like really a thing. It's more of like a teenager thing, and like how as you get older, you realize that friendship is a huge part of a relationship, like a romantic
Yes.
relationship. And yeah, I just fully support that.
Literally, like friendship and romantic relationship, the one step that's different in theory is literally sexual.
Yep.
That is the only, and like having obviously different experiences, but like, you know, creating a family or whatever. But some people create families with their friends if they don't, like maybe they're asexual and don't ever want a relationship. And two friends come together and they're like, hey, want to have a kid anyway? Like that happens. That's a thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. It is totally okay to be friends. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more before turning around and running. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something different. Don't you make me feel bad for my decision. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. They're never going to be back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's a lot of responsibility. I mean, yes, you should always be there for your friend, but this is like getting a little extreme.
Yeah, you can't be like their only reason for
Because
existence.
that will drain you so bad if you can't recharge.